Have you ever felt small compared to the problem in front of you? Like the odds were so stacked against you that trying almost felt pointless? That's where Gideon's story begins. The people of Israel were exhausted. For years they'd been attacked and overrun by the Midianites. Every harvest stolen, every hard-earned crop taken, families hiding just to survive. The Bible says things got so bad that people were living in caves. And that's where we find Gideon, not on a battlefield, not leading an army, but hiding, quietly threshing wheat in a winepress, trying not to be noticed. He wasn't dreaming of greatness, he was just trying to get through the day. Then an angel appears and says something almost unbelievable.
The Lord is with you, mighty warrior.
Mighty warrior. Gideon looks around. He knows who he is. He knows his family isn't powerful. He knows he's not brave.
If God is really with us, why does everything feel so broken?
God doesn't argue with him.
You're the one I'm choosing.
Gideon hesitates. He asks for signs, more than once. And God is patient, not annoyed, not dismissive, patient. Because courage doesn't usually arrive fully formed. Sometimes it grows slowly through reassurance and trust. Eventually, Gideon steps forward. Gideon gathers an army, 32,000 strong. But God says something unexpected. That's too many. Too many? God explains that if they win like this, people will believe it was their strength that saved them, not God's. So the army is reduced. First to 10,000, still too many. Then comes the final test. The soldiers are brought to water. Some kneel and drink carefully. Others drop down and drink without looking up. God says, keep only the ones who stay alert. The number shrinks again. Now there are just 300. 300 people facing an enemy described as countless as sand. It doesn't make sense. And that's the point. That night, Gideon is still afraid. And again, God doesn't shame him. God tells him to sneak into the enemy camp. There, Gideon overhears a soldier describing a dream, one that ends with Gideon's victory. In that moment, something shifts. Fear is overcome by faith. No swords, no traditional charge, just trumpets, clay jars, torches hidden inside. At Gideon's signal, the jars are smashed, light bursts out. Trumpets sound in the dark, the enemy panics. Confusion spreads. They turn on each other. And just like that, what looked impossible collapses. The victory isn't loud because of force. It's loud because of obedience. Gideon never becomes the hero people expected. But he becomes something better. A reminder that God doesn't need overwhelming strength to bring change. He looks for willingness, for trust, for people who will step forward, even while shaking. God has all power, we just need to obey him and believe. The story of Gideon and the 300 isn't really about numbers. It's about what happens when we stop measuring ourselves by what we lack and start trusting what God can do through us anyway. Sometimes you don't need more resources, more confidence, more approval. Sometimes you just need the courage to take the next step. Believe God, even if you feel wildly outmatched, because the smallest group, the quietest voice, the most unlikely person can still be enough with God.